Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Court of Their Majesties for the Known World Heraldic and Scribal Symposium. Thank you all for coming at such an early hour of the morning. I have an acknowledgement of country to read. So, good nobles, we come here together in spirit of fellowship, deepening of our skills, sharing our knowledge, and a shared interest in search of the truth through experimental archaeology and historical inquiry. It is in this context I, Baroness Miriam But-Shimon, on behalf of my kingdom, acknowledge the traditional owners of their lands upon which we gather, all over. We recognize their continued connection to land and to culture, and we pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and elders from other communities who may be here today. Thank you.
Gather and hear the words of Theuderic and Engelin as their court opens. Hear the words of your undoubted king and queen.
Good morning to Lockhart and to all of those who are joining us from far kingdoms. As the days grow longer once more in the south, we are looking forward to the coming spring festivals throughout the land. The roads of the kingdom have laid empty these past months, and so in preparation for the spring and for the return of travelers, we have taken to the hills and the high roads to hunt down the wild beasts, brigands and tax avoiders that have been proliferating throughout the kingdom through the winter. And we have vowed this great quest will not end until we have wiped out the scourge across the land or the mead runs out when we will return home. I believe that our Seneschal Beatrice has more news of actual important works of the kingdom. So Beatrice is here with us. We'll hand over to her now.
Thank you, Your Majesties, and thank you for this time in your court today. It is an honour to be able to join in. This is not the event that was expected. Unfortunately, with the blight across the lands and across the known world, we do gather in this online presence. And I would like to acknowledge sincerely the work of the three ladies who have taken the time over the last few months to make this event possible when our directive turned to not being able to hold the event in person so we could gather together. Baroness Miriam, Frida, and Lady Amalia have worked tirelessly in the background. I have been a part of their conversations and know their frustrations and struggles that they have gone through. But to come today to see this event come to fruition is such an amazing honour, and especially for Lockhart with its first known world event, to be able to do this is amazing. So thank you to those ladies. I would also like to highlight across our kingdom, we are able to return to some form of activities in most of our areas, which is such a joyous occasion where we can meet and greet with some of our people and populace. I'm hoping that soon we will be able to gather in larger numbers so we can greet each other in the way that we truly want to do. Feast and enjoy each other's company at these events. Sorry. Thank you, Your Majesties, for this time. That is all that I wish to say. Good luck across the populace, and I look forward to seeing what the known world has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I would also like to say hello to everybody that is joining us across the known world. Although we can't see all of your faces, that we know that you are standing here strong with us. I'm at home minding the homestead, getting things ready and preparing before we can come out and see you again also. As Beatrice has said, we are starting to return back to activities face to face, and it's so exciting that everyone in our kingdom has stayed strong and fought this enemy from their homes. We know that our wonderful Baroness in Southern Guard have recently held an event. Some of our local groups are starting to return to activities. And while I'm sure there's a heaviness in some hearts where there's still the enemy at their doors and they can't get out just yet, we want everybody to be safe, and know that we are here ready for when you come and play with us again. Also, I'd like to really say a massive thank you to Beatrice and her team, and of course our boards of directors who have worked so tirelessly across the last few months, putting together plans and actions and what we can do so when we do see each other again, we can be safe and we can look after each other and still have the fun that we're all here to have. It's not only this work that they have been working on over the last few months. They've been tirelessly working on a number of other projects as well. So I'd like to point out that there's things like our risk protection policy, our code of conduct, member protection work, lots of new ways of open communication between all our different far-flung officers and members of the group. So everyone's working so hard and we haven't stopped, and I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for doing that. Part of this work too has been some financial review of our coffers and how we report on that. So with that, I would like to announce our first law change for this court. There is a part of the ongoing work of the greater officers. We have revised and added new laws regarding the reporting requirements from the Chancellor of the Exchequer. The full details of this change can be found on our Kingdom website and of course in Pegasus. So please take a minute to have a look at that if it is going to impact you.
There's been a lot happening throughout the populace over the past month online, and there's been some incredible progress in how we interact online, and obviously this platform has been fantastic to use, and we've seen a lot of things going on, and we've managed to be involved in some of them along the way, so it's been great to have that happening. And Engelin, I think, has a long list of of the things that have been going on to go through.
I do have a long list, but I'm gonna to keep it short. We have been so fortunate to still be able to see the shining lights of Lockhart presented across the known world. There has been so much teaching and learning and time that we have been able to reach out to people that we might not have otherwise. So we know that we have members that have been participating in the virtual classroom. We're teaching and learning through various ANS collegia. We're stewarding some of these, hosting some of these here. Of course, the Known World Heraldic Scrabble Symposium is one of them that we're really excited is about to start today. Also, we've had an amazing response with the dance video challenge. I watch that video regularly and it absolutely warms my heart. It's so fun, and if you haven't seen it, please go have a look. What else? We've had our members of all of our peerage orders, so the Order of the Chivalry, the Order of Defence, participating in online panel discussions and teaching and sharing experiences. And of course, our very own Mistress Rowan, who has given everyone a glimpse of the history of Lockhart and how we have come about through her interview with Sir Rithkin. We've got our Bardic Circle that Shinjo Takame, sorry I might have mispronounced that, has been running weekly, and we have heard from far across the known world of how fun and amazing that is. It's so good that we have a platform that we can share our love of saga and song with everybody that loves that too. And finally, I just want to quickly shout out to this event that our stewards have had it flipped on their head a few months ago, and they've come they've just come through, and it's going to be so good. Sorry, I'm a little bit lost for words. It's today would have been a changeover for us, and we would have been passing on to this heir, but to our heirs. But despite the amount of time we've been at home, we still don't have heirs.
Look, fate has not been kind in that respect, but we will carry on as long as we must. We do recognize, though, that into the future we need to be prepared for anything that might arise in our kingdom, and as we like to do, try and help set an example. But we have another law change to announce, which hopefully will cover any unfortunate events in the future.
There has been a change to the kingdom law governing crown events and succession. If the crown tournament or coronation must be cancelled due to disaster or emergency or another significant event and cannot be rescheduled or relocated, the Council of the Purse will determine and publish new dates for the tournament or coronation. Efforts will be made to hold the appropriate events at the next available opportunity, with consideration being given to accessibility of the event to folk from around the kingdom. Full details of this law change are available on the kingdom website and in Pegasus.
So looking ahead, November Crown, we hope will go ahead. And if anyone through the kingdom is interested in competing in that tournament, we would encourage you to get in touch with us and just let us know that you're thinking about it. This isn't expressions of interest, just want to know who there might be around the place that we need to think about and account for as we go ahead.
Our last piece of business today is we want to acknowledge that we've got some amazing book heralds, we've got some amazing scribes, and they're renowned across the known world. We also have some wonderful voice heralds that we would really love to acknowledge and to recognize the work that they do to bring that pageantry to us.
Yeah. So we have another law which is currently in consultation, which we were hoping to announce today, but we've got the feedback from you, our populace, and we've taken that into consideration, and we would like to ask the College of Heralds to get together and to discuss and to come up with a name which is appropriate and which reflects the nature of the award as the voice of the crown, and to do this in the best possible way for the college. So please get together and discuss that and come back to us, and we would love to hear your suggestions, and we will take that into account, and hopefully we can get this law through soon.
So that is it from us this morning. We appreciate the time that everyone has taken to meet us early this morning, or whatever time it might be where you are, and to hear these announcements that we need to do. And again, we want to thank the stewards of this event so much for all of their hard work. It's been incredible, and I can't wait to see some of the things that come out of the next couple of days. And yeah, we look forward to seeing everybody as soon as possible, and take care of yourselves. Please stay safe and follow all of the advice that's out there, and thank you for joining us.
At the conclusion of court, there will be more announcements from Baroness Miriam. But here ends the court of Theuderic and Engelin, King and Queen of Lockhart. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Long live the Queen.
Long live the Queen.
For the peers and nobles of Lockhart. Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Thank you very much, Your Majesties. I know that it has been very difficult for everyone at this moment. So on the conclusion of this, I must admit I have many, many thank yous to hand out. So yes, we did eventually meant to have run a physical event. For this, I'd like to thank Lady Amelia, Moral Herald Frida, Edine Godin, Isabel Norris, Thorfinn, who's up there, my husband here, Master Brian, and Baron Sorley, for all of their work for the physical event. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, and unfortunately it did get cancelled on us. It was going to be a very interesting event. But for this virtual event, I'd like to thank Lady Amelia again, Moral Herald Frida, Brian here again, Master Thorfinn, Baroness Maeve Ingen Ishakta, Lady Nicolette de Couleurs, John Dr. Smith, and Lady Amanda Constantia. A particular thank you to all of the teachers that have been volunteering, because we've had so many people step forward and it's amazing to see. But my heartfelt thanks go to Lady Amelia and Frida and Brian here for all of the work they've done. Thank you very much. I hope everyone enjoys the event.
And before we go, I'd just like to point out that His Majesty was not using a Zoom background. That is actually where he is right now, on the misty, cold, icy hills of Lockhart, looking out over the Blue Mountains in the distance.
So everyone stay warm, or if you're up in the north, stay cool and enjoy the event. Thank you very much, everyone.